早くレスキュー好きなベレー Hello and welcome back to the Also Philippines Nationals 2024 main tournament. I was Sergio 85 and alongside me in the commentary booth is Yuki Nameng. And we have a match here, a winners bracket match between Cielo and Buenoo. Both players actually touted to have like among the better accuracies, especially sa Rice. As we're already seeing here, very toe-to-toe sila dito sa ano. Very toe-to-toe in this chart in particular. We have how do you pronounce this song title? Pero let's just say it's the one from Undertale. Cielo is slowly pulling ahead though, even due to this single tenth of a percent advantage. Still above 99.9%, but they did drop some accuracy, actually dropping to 99.8 as we begin this section that should allow Buenoo to catch up just a little bit. They're toe-to-toe with their accuracies right now. Buenoo actually edging a bit ahead, but they miss. And that miss will prove absolutely fatal for this point in particular. And that should give Cielo the first point. Almost a V1 double S. Two misses. Actually, both players getting sub 100. Sub 100, 300 counts here. This is definitely a core. These are definitely core jack scores. If I say so myself. Again po, this is the Also Philippines Nationals 2024 Also 4K and 7K tournament. We have a 7K quarterfinals match here between Cielo and Buenoo. We are at 1-0 where Cielo is leading. I'm actually not sure but hindi napapakita pa sa hindi napapakita sa taas yung scoreline ng ng match. Looks like we have some stuff on laser happening right now. For some reason the scoreboard isn't showing on stream. And here we go. We have RC3 being picked here by Buenoo. Actually, we're just seeing the bans here. RC1 coming from Cielo and LN4 being banned by Buenoo here. Anyways, here we go. Second chart of this match. Twinkle Knight. We're not sponsored by the thing that you see in the background of this chart. Just a reminder lang po. Buenoo repping the mirror mod here. Just getting above 99.4%. Just a slightly rougher start here compared to what we saw from Cielo here. Who's getting a 99.75% accuracy. The Buenoo is slowly catching up. This is a pretty long chart, one of the longer ones in this pool. There is definitely some room here for Buenoo to catch up somewhere, but those 200s are not really proving not really good sign. And that miss as well. They would have already been at 99.6 if it weren't for that. Cielo, they actually continually increasing their accuracy, mid 99.8. Mid 99.8 as we enter the second quarter of this chart. Just a continuation really of these very bursty chord streams. Both players actually stabilizing their accuracies now. Buenoo coming back to the 99.6 level with I think their accuracy would have increased a bit more if it weren't for that single miss from earlier. But even with that though, Cielo Day's lead is slowly decreasing. Actually, we see some accuracy dumps coming by way of Cielo just because of some gold 300s. But here we go, the hardest section of the start. Both players negotiating just fine. Cielo Day dropping to mid 99.7, but Buenoo is just stabilizing at 99.6 level. Definitely a very tricky section to negotiate here. A few more accuracy drops coming from Cielo Day here. Buenoo still a 10 behind in percentage, and also there is also Cielo Day's advantage, combo advantage. Any single misses here coming from Cielo Day will be pretty pretty fatal for Cielo Day. They might lose their advantage if they find a miss here. Though it does appear that Cielo Day's advantage is slowly increasing. We're almost at we're already above 9,000 points here. What Buenoo really needs here is to try to avoid getting any further act drops really. Actually hope that Cielo Day will be dropping accuracy here somewhere if Buenoo wants to snag their first point here. Also just got word that that Buenoo actually was the one who picked the chord jack pick, and it's Cielo Day who picked this one in particular. 2 consecutive misses here from Buenoo. Cielo Day's pick. This is Cielo Day's pick just for the record. We're gonna try fix the overlay in once this start finishes. But anyways, few more misses coming from Buenoo, and that's the Cielo Day really pulling ahead. And we're now at the outro, just a few more notes remaining. But the consecutive misses coming from Buenoo have practically sealed this chart already in Cielo Day's favor. Now this match is at 2-0. Cielo Day impressive 991k, only 200s, single digit greats. What an amazing score here coming from Cielo Day. Right now we should be awaiting the next pick here. And we have, again, this is Buenoo's pick. Just to clarify, this is Buenoo's pick. Picking LN1, the LN release start actually. Pretty surprising to see Buenoo picking LNs. Here we go. The MP start command has been activated. You have like the longest chart in the pool coming in. Again, this is Cielo leading this match 2-0 on a best of 11, first to 6 points. Uh, the overlay still need. We're still trying to fix the overlay here, the match overlay here. Just to note that this is Bueno's pick. It is Bueno who did the first pick, and this is the third chart in the pool. They did alternate, so this is Bueno's pick indeed. Initially, Bueno having having the slight accuracy lead here, though one would expect Cielo be able to catch up quickly, as it will seem like Bueno will be dropping some accuracy. Actually, we're already tied at similar accuracies. Pero the only time, the one time that we should really monitor is when stuff will happen is when the density starts to increase. There's already a 200 here coming from Bueno, and that should give Cielo a very slight breathing room as we enter the first chorus. And we're gonna see how both of these players will be dealing with the main dense section of this chart. Still very close to these two players. Bueno still well within striking distance, but never mind. They rush really hard on those LNs, dropping them to 99.5%. Not much of a drop, but it's not clean. But it's not a clean drop at all. Cielo, on the other hand, still maintaining it 99.7. Really, really impressive form here. As now we enter the second half of this chart. Second verse. Some accuracy drops here coming from Cielo, but it doesn't. But like, it doesn't really matter right now. Especially that Cielo still maintains a full combo, as Bueno is trying to catch up again. Though the lead is still manageable for Bueno here. So Cielo is starting to increase that lead again. As you see, Bueno dropping some accuracies in the release section. While this chart is on OD4, the release timings are still pretty harsh in this chart. Here we go. The solo section. Both players negotiating this section just fine. No one dropping accuracy, surprisingly. Well, we see a 200 coming from Cielo, but it didn't really drop their accuracy that much. Still above 99.6 after that. Now we're about to enter the final chorus of the song, the densest section of this chart. Just to note, Cielo has dropped to that high 99.5 level, but I think they should still be able to increase that and still maintain that combo as well. Bueno holding on very well to these long notes as well. Though, never mind. Bueno managing to find a drop in the end. And I think this should seal the deal unless Cielo finds like a very massive rush before this chart ends, which I don't see happening at all. Cielo is on their way now to get their third consecutive point of the match. Oh boy, what is the 300 count? What is a 200 count? All right. Also, just to note, Bueno only had 3 LN breaks, no actual misses. And funnily enough, they actually have like a slightly better ratio than Cielo Days as well. But even removing the 50s and the 100s, the 300 count will practically prove the difference between these two players. Cielo Day getting lesser 200s. between these two players. As Cielo is going to be picking Hybrid 1 now. Again, just to note, this is Cielo pick. Medyo nagkabaliktad lang po konti yung nasa overlay natin.
Hello everyone, what did I miss? Sorry, I had to do something with my PC.
You just missed the first 3 charts of the match.
Wow. Oh, okay. Sorry. Hi everyone.
Hello, Ard. Okay, so.
Oh, already at Hybrid 1? Okay.
Yeah. Just to note lang, this is Cielo pick. What we had from earlier, actually, RC3, yung core scene pick, and is protected by Cielo. Buenoo protected the core jack chart. The core jack chart was pretty close until a miss from Buenoo here, which led to Cielo first point. Second chart was Twinkle Knight, which Cielo got a 991k score on, which was their second point, and we had LN1. Massive full combo here. Massive full combo from Cielo on that chart as well. Anyways, here we go. Hybrid 1. Streams and thrills alongside the lens. Buenoo with a slight advantage here, which is a good sign for them. But slight is indeed slight. Like, they're both carrying 99.7s.
Yeah, so far accuracy-wise, 74 and 75. Buenoo, for some reason, having the accuracy advantage, and looks like both are even now. 99.76 on both players.
We are practically tied. We are practically tied between these two. I think we wouldn't really be seeing any much difference until much later into the chart. They're still toe-to-toe. We're about to enter the second half of the chart, where the patterns start to get a bit trickier. But still, both players are just neck to neck. Cielo edging just a bit ahead, but they did drop a 200. Similar for Buenoo. There is actually a 10th of a percent difference between these two players. Cielo are now managing to find the lead after that LN section. But now here we go with some of these really tricky streams with trill transitions, one-handed trill transitions if you're using a certain thumb. Buenoo dropping to below 99.6%, and Cielo still maintaining 99.7%. It's still possible to rush some of these sections into the end, but very, very impressive from both of these players to still maintain their full combos in this chart. Oh, never mind. Well, I guess that's my fault. Cielo will be maintaining the full combo. Very unfortunate miss in the end there from Buenoo, though. Also, when you see it.
Oh, wow, that's a really good score. That's a really good ratio from Cielo. That's like 1:8. Wow.
Yeah. Really good ratio there from Cielo.
Something that you'd never see in hybrid chart this late. Considering how that's a really clean score too. And yeah, I see what you mean now. 7-2. Alright. Okay. I just got it.
Anyways, now Buenoo going for Rise 2, the denser of the two chord same picks we have.
Oh, dense chord stream. God, I keep switching the two words. Okay. This is the kind of playset that both players are really strong. Buenoo is really good with both Cielo and Buenoo are good with early game chord streams.
The thing about Buenoo though, like the main difference really between these two players is like, the consistency really. It's Cielo who could really pull off the full combos on command. What Buenoo really needs here, like if they can maintain the consistency, like they are able to keep up with Cielo.
Alright. I mean, basing on Buenoo's last round performance, yeah. basing on his chord stream accuracy. But we'll see, we'll see. And considering this is significantly slower than Rice 3. Oh, sorry, Rice. Right, yeah. Considering this is slower than Rice 3. Yeah. And this is also shorter than the other one, so yeah. Accuracy wise, they're pretty much almost even. 91 to 87.
Very pretty much even, but just to know.
Oh wait, was that a 200? That was a 200 right there. And Cielo getting a miss. That's not good.
Big miss here coming from Cielo. This is actually their first major combo break of the match. This gives buenoo an opportunity to snatch their first point. They just need to maintain this consistency because buenoo is definitely not safe at all. Especially that Cielo is going to slowly increase its accuracy. As we enter the second half of this chart where the patterns get a bit more abrasive.
The doubles start to the doubles are emerging. Buenoo is trying to repair that accuracy though, 99.95. Cielo Day overwhelmingly at 99.85 despite the miss. So you could just say that was a really clean miss from Cielo Day. So buenoo needs to hold that accuracy at least 99.73 to at least maintain that barely of a lead. Because looking at it right now, Cielo Day's the lead is just going almost in favor of Cielo Day. I can't really see that much because my internet's really bad, but I'm seeing 2,000 point lead.
Actually, buenoo is barely trying to stretch that lead. They're just hovering around the 99.75% level. Cielo Day, on the other hand, trying to increase that accuracy, trying to claw back the lead. We're already at 1,700 point difference. There is still some time for things to happen in this chart. Buenoo needs to maintain this whole combo. I think they have enough. Cielo Day still has enough time. There's still a lot of moves to negotiate in this match. And here we go, the scores are...
Oh my god, the scores are flickering! One miss versus full combo, chat! What is it gonna be?
There is actually a pretty big accuracy drop coming from buenoo in one of those streams, which is just enough for Cielo Day to snatch this point, a V1 double S if it weren't for that miss.
Oh, what could have been a lead? What could have been a point for buenoo? Unfortunate. But the score gap. Oh my god.
Okay.
Alright. Ratio wise, 252 to 322. Oh my god, that must have felt so bad.
Just to mention, buenoo had a really big act drop in the end, which caused the scores to flicker. I'm not sure what happened. Those were the 50s and the 100s that you actually see there.
It's that kind of thing when you're at the end of the map. It's kind of like CB rushing in a sense, maybe. But yeah, it happens a lot. So very unfortunate though. We've been getting a lot of close scores these past few matches. If you've noticed so far, the past two matches were really close. What is going on this day?
And now, here's the thing though, Cielo Day actually picking the hardest of the three hybrid charts. Some say this is actually harder than the tiebreaker itself.
Harder than the tiebreaker, yeah. This one.
Which I think this is a really good move here from Cielo, taking advantage of buenoo's inconsistencies throughout this entire match. Again, these inconsistencies, while the scores are super close, the inconsistencies are practically the cause why Cielo is 1 point away from sweeping this match. Though, if anything, buenoo still has a chance to catch up. Again, they're able to keep up with one of the best players in Mania PH, just to note.
Yeah, one of the veterans for also Philippines back in 2018 and 2019, which is absolutely nuts if you think about it. Matching up with someone that represents the country. I mean, now that you say that, I think both players did participate in WC, just on a different branch.
Buenoo did. Bueno did 4K if I'm not mistaken. And that sweep,
Oh,
that sweep might have confirmed this match sweep.
bro.
Really,
Okay.
but Cielo did find the drop. But look at the accuracies still.
Yeah, the accuracy gap.
That drop from Cielo is still pretty clean. It didn't really affect their accuracy that much. Meanwhile, Bueno is trying to get that accuracy up again. Like
A few trades of misses here could be it, but like accuracy and combo wise, Yellow Day has the advantage. Bueno getting another miss. That's bad.
It's a cleaned up from Bueno, but that is not going to be helping their case. That should increase Cielo Day's lead as Cielo is actually continually increasing his accuracy now. And now here we go, coming into one of the hardest sections in any chart that we've seen in this tournament so far. Polyrhythms represented by LNs and mini jacks.
Already seeing from the score, 700k. We're not even 3/4 of the chart. You know how hard this is. You could really tell how hard the ending would be.
Here we go. Actually, both players still negotiating this section just fine. I mean, this isn't too bad yet. But now we're about to introduce the mini jacks, and there you go. You see Bueno finding the first two consecutive drops. Cielo, they actually finding trouble to maintain the combo here. Those mini jacks actually proving much of a problem, but at this point, it doesn't really matter unless Cielo finds a massive drop that is enough to cover the 16,000 point disadvantage Bueno is in. But as it stands, it will be Cielo Day confirming their spot in the winners bracket semifinals, and Bueno will be relegated to the losers bracket, and will be fighting to extend their campaign by just a bit more.
Yeah, that was a really good sweep for Cielo Day, but albeit there are some close calls from the previous maps, but it wasn't sayang. Pero yeah, regardless, congratulations to Cielo Day for advancing to winners semifinals. And as for Bueno, he will be facing who was it? ERA Gregory for next week.
Bueno versus Gregory. Sounds like a fun match. That sounds like a fun match indeed.
Wonder. So that makes it. So looking at the ladder right now, I think that's all for the quarterfinals.
That's all 7K quarterfinals matches done. Cielo Day, on the other hand, who won this match, will be facing Maple Syrup. Our semifinal slots have been confirmed. So we have Arkwin against Sunny on one side of the bracket, Cielo Day and Maple Syrup on the other side of the bracket, of the winners bracket, and the guys remaining in the losers bracket. We have Jancy and DRX facing each other. That is a really good match. Bueno against Gregory, really good. We have Wemon and Nicolette as well, and Con and Lynx.
Chihuahua and Lynx 009. Yes.
We haven't seen.
We haven't seen.
Play.
Yeah, we haven't seen Lynx play in a 1v1 like at all. So I'm curious what this person's capability is.
Yeah,
and we've seen earlier Konichiyawa's performance against Sunny. Very scary player. He's a very scary player. So I hope that will also be a good match. But anyways, that's not gonna be over for today. Go ahead. I was gonna segue to that.
We still have one more match, and it is actually the final 4K match of the weekend as well. We have Milk Watcher, the Filipino player who plays in Ireland, Pengen Guinness, and we have Sen, one of the veterans of PH4K. The final match of this weekend, the final 4K match as well. And I do think we'll be changing streamers and commentators, so this will be the last time you'll be hearing from me and Arj this weekend outside the Maple Showcase, which will be happening tomorrow evening. So, any final words from you before I close this thing out?
Yeah. So for those surviving players, conditional matches na tayo. From in the LB, conditional matches na. So ayusin natin yung next week. Yeah, but I am excited for tomorrow showcase. We wait for the last match later. Yeah, I think that's it for me.
Yeah, that should be it for us. This is SerQ85 and Yukina Meng in the booth. This is the OSU Philippines Nationals 2024 OSU Mini 4 Games Epic Tournament. We'll see you guys at 10 p.m.